Hidden through the myths and mysteries of the Scandinavian tales and legends, the North holds witness to some of the most intense connections humanity ever had to its natural environment. Fighting the hard conditions of long, cold, dark winters, and meeting the lights of the North as well as the spectacular landscapes that shaped the face of the earth with volcanic eruptions and rising of tectonic plates, a more intimate spirituality grew in the stories of the Norwegians. Hidden between the fjords of Scandinavia, there stands the capital of Norway, Oslo. Founded around 1040, Oslo, locally called Oslo, became a formal city under King Harald Hardrada in 1050. Initially a small settlement, it grew as a trade and political center. In 1624, after a devastating fire, King Christian IV of Denmark-Norway rebuilt the city and renamed it Christiania. The city reclaimed its original name Oslo only in 1925. The royal palace stands on a low hill near the center of Oslo, opening the Royal Boulevard, where official and private beautiful palaces guard the sides of the most of the king's ceremonial walks. The royal palace is home to the royal family today, but also has parts that are open to tourists, as a courtesy to a more modern approach of monarchy from the members of the crown. The Art Museum holds copies of the most important artifacts of antiquity and major works of art from Renaissance and Baroque in a beautiful collection that's worth visiting. One of the iconic architecture achievements of Norway is the Oslo Opera House, close to the city center, that hosts public plays and concerts all around the year. Close to the Opera House, the Munch Museum is the National Painters Exhibition in a masterpiece new model building of Nordic architecture style. The most important collections of Edvard Munch are displayed in the museum that offers tourists a good insight into the esoteric and mundane creation periods of the painter. About 40 minutes away from the royal palace, in the Frogner Park, there stands one of the world's most fascinating outdoor sculpture parks ever made, hosting a permanent exhibition of the gigantic works of Norwegian sculptor Gustav Vigeland. The park is a great place for an introspection, inspirative walk about the relationship of man and the universe through the zodiac signs, portals and fountain, about the meaning of time and aging, about the connectivity and isolation of modernity, about the tragedy of wars and the restlessness of spirit. Oslo hosts, on a separate fjord, the Fram Museum complex, an insight into the lives of Norse salesmen that conquered the cold seas of the north on the search of new land and resources. The sensorial and interactive museum is worth visiting for both kids and adults, even if it is about 40 minutes away from the main attractions of the city. Astrup Fearnley Museum of Modern Art is located in a modern Nordic district of Oslo, about 15 to 20 minutes away from the royal palace. The museum hosts modern art and classical art exhibitions that showcase the evolution of the European civilization during modernity and also post-modernity. Over centuries, Oslo evolved from a medieval small town to Norway's central economic, cultural and political hub. The best places we suggest for you to visit are listed below, and you can find the specific details about Oslo location with Professor App's Travel GPS feature. Here's the list of the most important locations you should visit while in Oslo. that you can easily find in our travel section. Oslo played a key role during Norway's independence process in 1814, and during the industrialization process of the 19th century became one of the richest cities in the world. Today, Oslo is known for its modern Nordic architecture, for its rich history, art museums and natural surroundings, including fjords and forests that offer you an experience of real forces of nature, mostly in the northern part of Norway if you decide to stay longer or purchase a day trip in the north from Oslo, where you can also see the lights of the north. Because of the long winters and the long nights during more than 6 months a year, Oslo has developed a new culture of home decorations that are quite surprising for people that live closer to the Mediterranean. Because of the sunsets, many times the afternoons and evenings look lovely once you walk on the city's most important alleys, as you can always see candles and lamps lighting up in most Norwegian houses, just like they used to be for hundreds and hundreds of years. This beautiful image of the lights of people lighting up the nights of the north is an important mark of the old Scandinavian tradition.